My name is Jonathan Mann, and I write a song a day. I am the Guinness World Record holder for most consecutive days writing a song.
I've been making a song and video every day for the last 1,999 days. This is song a day number 2000. It's made up of all 1,999 videos.
Song a Day began, I was living in Berkeley, California. I was unemployed. It was like right around the 2008 financial crash, so I was having a little trouble finding work, and there wasn't much else in my life going on. And so I got a flyer for this thing called Fun a Day.
So maybe some of you have heard of it. It's make one piece of art for every day in the month of January. So I said I'll make a song, I'll make a video, I'll post it to YouTube. Did that for 31 days. Was having a really good time, thought it was going well. 100 days went by, a year went by, 1,000 days went by, and at a certain point, it just becomes part of my life.
You know, some went viral and started to get a little bit of attention and stuff, and so I just kept going, and now, yeah, I'm at like 2,850 something. Today, I'm here, I'm writing a song about writing songs. Song a day can be a solitary dance. Spending hours chipping away just whenever I have the chance. My morning has a routine, but a schedule I don't keep. I work when life gets in the way, and I work until I sleep. There is something kind of special that I realized used to happen in those early days. And it could just be me being nostalgic for those days in a way, but there's something about like having all of that time just to like play, basically. That was a lot of time that I could just sit down and let myself follow down different roads and just a lot of time just to play, just to do it. And I don't have that time anymore. I don't have that play time.
Yes, my phone just borked with 8.0.1. And yes, it says no service. And yes, Touch ID is gone.
So ideas for Song a Day generally come from three places for me. One is sort of topical. They come from out in the world, and I grab onto them, and then I create a song out of it. Tech things, video game things, anything having to do with the world, like that's one vector. And those are often sort of the most popular songs.
But I just wanna take a sec, and I just wanna say to the folks that pushed this update out today, you're having a bad day, a really bad day, maybe the worst day of your life. Millions of people were counting on you, and something didn't go right, but listen to me, you've got to know, we learn from our mistakes. Mistakes are how we grow.
The second vector is like personal things that I'm actually like experiencing, whether it's on an emotional level or just on a like actual day-to-day physical level. Like recently I had to go to court for a traffic thing, so there's like a whole series of songs about like I gotta go to court, I went to court, here's what happened, or my bike was stolen one time, and or then it's about like my ex and I are breaking up, like very sort of life kind of moment things. Then the third one is the most vague. It's just like kind of the more poetic, Bob Dylan-esque kind of. I'm not really quite sure what this means. I'm trying to imbue these words with some kind of meaning, even though I'm not entirely sure like what I'm singing about.
When you get lost and it finds you, you're going the wrong way, your destination's behind you, so please, please, please make the next available U-turn. Please, please, please make the next available U-turn.
The obvious but unexpected and almost unnoticeable benefit of doing something every day. they say it's like, you say like, how do you get better at something, right? You just practice. When I started, I really didn't like the sound of my voice that much. And somewhere along the way of doing it every day for 8 years, like my voice just got better. Like I had taken like singing lessons even back at Bennington. I had taken singing lessons and stuff, and I'd never really been able to sort of make my voice sound the way that I wanted it to. But just over the course of the 8 years, but like at a certain point, I listened back to myself performing at this gig, and I was like, oh, my voice like actually sounds pretty good now. Like, and I didn't sort of expect that or even realize that it had happened until after it happened, if that makes sense.
Being creative is simple and fun when you simply concentrate on getting it done. So let me show you now in my own special way how I write a song a day.
Welcome to How I Write a Song a Day, the weekly show in which I attempt to dissect my process for your enjoyment and benefit. It's funny because people think that it's a lot of pressure to make something every day, but it's the opposite. I used to struggle with writer's block a lot. I mean, back when I was at Bennington, I would struggle with it all the time. And what I learned through doing Song a Day is like anything that sort of stops you from creating something, the root of all of it is fear. Like coming up with excuses for why you can't do it, or more often with people just like some kind of writer's block where you just don't know what to make. What really makes it awful, what really hurts, is that you want to create. The impulse to make something is there, but the ideas, they're just not coming. You sit there, ready to go, and you're just stuck. Like, all of that is just rooted in a fear of not being good enough, of making something that other people will think is shitty, making something that, you're not proud of. First of all, doing something every day is a great way to break through that, because suddenly each thing you make becomes less precious. Like when you're only making one thing a month, internally you're like, well, this thing better be awesome, or else like I'm a terrible person, But if you're making something every day, and you have another chance tomorrow to make something, it doesn't matter. You open yourself up to like just exploring things that you wouldn't necessarily, and you sort of like take a lot of the pressure off. That idea sucks. That idea is derivative. You're trying too hard. People will think this is stupid.
And it wasn't until I started forcing myself to write a song a day that I realized a few things. First of all, and most importantly, yes, sometimes I'm going to suck, but, and this is the important part, so what? If I suck, so what?
The thing that I constantly have to remind myself, and the thing to remember, is like, there's nothing wrong with making something bad, basically. Even when I sit down and I write something that I'm sure is like complete crap, I'm fine with it, because I know that crap is like in service of getting to something that's good. That's part of the mandate of Song a Day, is to like share the entire sort of spectrum of what comes out, so you can see, like, if you like this song, if this song really spoke to you and you felt like it's a really good song, there's like a whole pile of songs over here that you can be like, oh, those are crap. But you can at least recognize that like the two are sort of related and they're part of the same process.